fellow cyberdogs and fellow Minecrafters and fellow mine squatches all over the world. This is the Lakaba with the Lakaba presents Let's Play Minecraft 1.8 Hardcore. Minecraft Hardcore High Five with the toasted fish in your face. Whoosh. Alright guys, well, I regret to say that there is all this progress and you guys didn't get to see it. And here's what the situation is. I was adjusting some settings, trying to improve the quality of my recordings, and unfortunately my build session that got us this far did not get recorded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys through what's happened so far, and once we get caught up, we're going to get to work and we're going to work on this build together. But the first thing I wanted to show you is that I took and I divided up our pens in such a way that we now have a space here for some cows and for some sheep. And of course I did some breeding of the piggies, and I built the chickens, finally a proper chicken coop. Wow, that's a lot of eggs in there, guys. But this is the reason I built it the way I did, is because generally I can collect all the eggs without having to enter the pen. And so that's why I built it like this. The second thing that I did is I built our blacksmithy. And I used a combination of slabs and cobble because I didn't want it to just blend into the animal pens in the background. I wanted it to have some level of contrast. And let me show you what we got going here, guys. So it's a nice sunk down area here, and this is where the fires will be. We'll put some netherrack in there and light that up to make it go really nice. And I tried to give it some nice contrast so that it's not all the same. And this is our quenching tank, and of course this was the original well. And the thing that's cool about it is we've still got our secret entrance down here into the underneath, like so. And as a matter of fact, I think we may just step through the nether portal and grab a little netherrack. Now I wouldn't be so confident about doing that, but in the process of fishing, look what I caught. Unbreaking 3, Power 3, Infinity 1, Flame 1, Punch 1. Isn't that nuts? So I think, given that, that will help us to deal with any ghasts that might possibly poke their noses out once we step through, that we're just going to step into the nether quick. Because we, of course, have not been here but just once or twice. Oh, I hear you, Gasty. Mr. Gasty, where are you? When the time comes, look at these huge clusters of glowstone. When the time comes, we will certainly be coming here and getting ourselves some glowstone and some other stuff, but we're going to save that for a particular adventure, because since it is such a high-risk venture, I would just as soon hold off doing that until such time as we have managed to get some building and things done here, because, man, me and the nether, we just have some checkered history, I'll tell you what. So I just wanted to come and grab just enough netherrack so that we can slip it in. And what's really cool about this is now we don't need ladders to get out of here, because I've got the water filled all the way up to the top. But there we go. Let's take and get this netherrack in here, which we should be able to just go kapoink, kapoink. And we should have a flint and steel over here somewhere in our tool chest. Let's see. Flint and steel. And one piece of netherrack, so that we can have ourselves a little fireplace here inside our house. But speaking of which, get off of that so that I don't accidentally set this on fire. As you can see, what I've done is I cooked up some stone, and I used raw stone then for our basic lower wall. These are the bank of furnaces I set up to cook our stone. In fact, I just got done cooking the glass that we're going to use to do windows. As you can see, we've got a door on this side. Got some nice symmetry going, because since this is 5 wide and however many, I believe it's 9 here, but in any event, we've got some nice symmetry with our doors here. You can see that right now this chest is in the way, but eventually this will come through into here, and we've got our door over here. But what I decided eventually to do with these rooms is to do them basically in contrasting opposites, so that over here we've got the granite at the center and on the boundaries, and over here we've got the andesite in the center and on the boundaries, and I think that's going to look pretty snazzy. I also harvested our dark oak trees and came up with enough of the saplings to get 3 of them going, but in the process of harvesting them came up with plenty between our journey and my harvesting, came up with lots of dark oak wood. In fact, I still got my axes there from harvesting it, but we are going to take this entire stack and just crank it into plankage, and that is what I want to use for our interior walls here. Let's get a look at how this goes for our interior walls. I think it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And then, of course, we'll want it at the corners here so that we've got some nice, strong, stable stuff on either side of our doors. But we're just going to knock this into here like so. Oh, I'm thinking already this is gonna be just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Get it in here. And we're also gonna come over here and make sure that we've got this cornered appropriately. But oh yeah, see, I really like that contrast here between the light floor and then that and that. But let's come in here and see how it looks in here. Yeah, see, I like that a lot. Okay, so we're going to put some there. And, of course, like so. Yep, I really like this, guys. And, you know, it's gonna give it a really nice contrast. And trying to decide whether or not to do just like all windows along this side. I think it'd be good for seeing out into the wide world. I think it would. And so I think we're probably going to glass that all in. But now I want to make sure that I've got this all the way up. Like so. I want it to be a nice high ceiling, and we are eventually going to do a second floor. There we go. Because I'd like it to be a nice tall ceiling so that we don't have to worry about bumping our squatch head. More there, up there, and up. Oops. Come on now. I know I can do this. Ha! There we go. Certainly not what you'd call a parkour expert, but if I can't make a hop like that, holy cow. And now, like so. Yep. I like it. I do. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. I like the way that the dark oak looks with the raw stone and our andesite. And we may take and put in some patterning in the floor just to make it look nice. Let's go there. And then rather than just making the whole ceiling dark oak, I think we'll actually do some patterning so that our upstairs floor and our downstairs ceiling have an interesting pattern. I think that that shall be the answer. Knock this into here. Kablam. Oh yeah. In fact, I may put some windows in along that wall right there. But I think my enchanting is probably going to be in this corner. I'm not completely sure yet. Not completely sure. Some of this I plan, and some of this I just kind of wing it and go with what feels right at the moment. And I find that combination tends to serve me fairly well. And there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. And we should have just about the right amount to finish this out. Yeah, yeah. And there we go. So we're here and we can walk along and we open up the door and walk in, and yeah, I think we may need a couple of windows in that space. But yep, I like that. Yeah, you know, because we've got windows on 2 walls. I like that. Windows on 2 walls. So I think it's time for us. Come on in here. Gonna have to move that crate on here. There we go. Well, let's see about turning this glass into panes. I believe just like that. Yes. Okay. There we go. Kaplawi. Good deal. And let's get some glass in, because my goal is to get this sorted out today. At least the first floor with the upper floor done, so that we at least have a dry, safe place to be. And I think the Doggises shall get their very own room. Yep. There we go. I like that. I do. I'm liking the look of it, guys. It's making me a happy squatch. I like that we can look right out to see our chickens and everything. Yep, I like it. There we go. Now, let's just, for curiosity, oh, there you go, that's perfect. Whoops, don't be throwing away your axe, though. That's perfect, because I like that, the ability to see in there, like so. That breaks up this wall a little bit. 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Oh, it would not be symmetrical, and that would bug me. That would bug me. It would not be symmetrical. Because if I knocked out, well, here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. See if because we got 1, 2, and 1, 2. Like so. It would have some nice symmetry inside. I don't know how I feel about how it would look outside. That's kind of a tough call. Now, I do not want windows in this wall or this wall. I want the rooms to each have their own unique feel. So I like having some windows there like that. Okay, you listen, you are totally in my way here. Let's see. There it is. Right now. We're going to be setting up fresh chests and rearranging some things here, so I'm just going to take the time to do this now, just to get it out of the way. I'm going to toss those in there. And that hoe, there we go. Now at least we can get in and out of that door. And come over here and just might as well finish the process. Except we didn't manage to pick up the chest. Alright, well, let's get these seeds in here. And enough of this stuff so that we can go back and pick up the chest. There we go. But even though it's not the most efficient use of space, I'd like the chests to basically go around and for us to have the windows to look out over the top of the chests. And like I say, I know that's not the most efficient use of space, but I'm not so concerned about efficient use of space. I'm more concerned about the aesthetics. If I'm going to bother to take the risk of building myself a home, despite the fact that this is a hardcore situation, I figure we can double stack chests, you know, over here if we want. But on this side, I'd like to just meander them around the wall and have them nice and pleasant like that. This guy actually needs to move because this is actually going to be our kind of kitchen-y, crafty kind of space in here. So that's going to go there. And so, actually our food chest we probably should have put in here since this is where we'd be preparing food. I think that makes a little more sense, but we'll worry about moving that in a few moments. But basically, one corner of this room is going to be potentially our enchanting space. And so, not sure what to do. But for now, I'm just going to put this back in because I like that. I like the symmetry of it. Maybe we'll make enchanting on the second floor, but I've got to get some enchanting space up pretty soon because we got some definite enchanting to do. Alright, so I need to just see how long it is I've been recording because I've absolutely no idea, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, well it ends up that basically we have about hit 20 minutes. But, I'm just kind of looking. I like that. I like how we've got a contrast of lots of different colors and shapes and patterns. We've got the nice flowers and the gray going on there, and then we've got the contrast of our building there and the smithy. And if we're here at our door and we look out, we've got the nice contrast of the open sky and the smithy there. Here we've got a nice contrast between there. See, I'd like it to be. This is the only part that's a little disappointing to me is how plain this looks back here in comparison. And somebody had suggested maybe I need to add something different in there to break it up, and I think they're right. I think I'm going to have to do some adjustments, but I like the way it feels. I like the way the contrast is. I like the way it looks. I think once we get the place built, then we might need to upgrade our villagers situation. But I'll tell you what, I like it. I definitely like it, and it definitely gives me incentive to make a trip to the Nether and bring back some glowstone. I'm just going to toss up a couple of torches here and there because we do need to get a little light up for now. But it may be time for a trip for glowstone, and man, I'm sure mighty nervous about that because, oh, buddy, I'll tell you, me and the Nether, we have ourselves some serious issues. I might divide this off. Maybe right here, and make this the enchanting corner. Let's just take a second here, and just before we go, let's do this. Just to get a feel for what the space would be like divided off like that. See, I like that, and let's see, that would be, well, no, it wouldn't be quite wide enough to fit all our bookcases, though, you know, there's a thought. If I was to instead, if I was to make this the enchanting corner, I could set bookcases around at the normal height, leave this here so that we can look in and see, and then instead of using our dark oak to do this wall, instead we could do a wall of bookcases, which would give this an interesting contrast. I think that's a sweet idea. I think I'm probably going to do that. But all right, guys, I'd like to thank you for joining me, Delakaba, for Delakaba Presents Let's Play Minecraft 1.8 Hardcore, where we have made some definite progress. I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to catch the building of the blacksmith and the basic layout of our floor plan here, but hey, we got this one to work, and by golly, that's what matters, is we came back from it. So, thank you for joining me. Here's the Minecraft high five with a scalping hawk in your face. And I shall be back. I'm out. Peace.